Hiya, so this is my technical demo for the assignment. Um, a lot of the stuff on the left I have discussed in depth on the forum and stuff. I'll still go over it, I'll still give you a tour through. A lot's changed. I actually worked out the damage and collision of a lot of things now, so it's a bit more balanced. It's not balanced, but it's more balanced. But I'm going to talk some more about the newer stuff that I've implemented, mainly the HUDs and the managers. So this here is going to be more for the multiplayer game mode, and it's like an ambush encounter really. So it'll drop a set amount of targets, and then everyone in the level will fight out to get a score bonus, and the one with the most kills at the end will take the bonus. So it makes like a little leaderboard, and if you haven't got a kill, it adds you to the leaderboard and like updates your total if you do. And then at the end you get like the amount of kills you've got times a score, which is 900 in this case. I think it's like 300 for each, and there's 3 of them. So you'll see at the top where the score is on the UI. It'll jump up by like 1400, I think, 'cause the score for killing a turret is like 500. I haven't built a UI in for the mission yet, just because it didn't make a lot of sense until like the game mode's put in. Yeah, you'll see like you can just sort of stay out of the way of these guys. See, I jump up a big 900 there. So that one's that. The next one is the pickup manager, which is just 16 of the pickups, just the base ones. And I think it's set to 8 seconds at the minute. They'll deactivate and then reshuffle and choose another random 4 of each, or it's just a quarter of whatever's in the level will be defensive, and a quarter will be offensive. So for now, I'll just jump into this one. So you can see that they are randomized. If you go through them, it'll deactivate it and take it off the array and stuff, so you can't go through it twice. And they'll just reshuffle. I'm just going to keep picking some stuff up, and you'll see with the weight on the right hand side, once it gets above the maximum, you'll see yourself drastically slow down as well. You can actually go way over the maximum, but I will change that though. But yeah, you'll slow down until you start using some of your abilities, and then your weight will go down. You can move again. So these are just the gun turrets that we were fighting earlier. They won't attack me just because all the turrets are set not to attack the owning tank. So you can't just like damage yourself with your own stuff, because that'd be crazy. I think there is an exception to the rule with the cactus. The cactus does just fire out damage, but it doesn't hit a lot of stuff, so I didn't think it would be too much of a problem. So a bit more on the UI. Just switch out of these tanks. So as you can see at the bottom, you've got the upgrades for the damage and the armor. The damage is obviously the first one, and the armor, you'll see this this tank has 1 piece of armor on it, which costs 75 to upgrade. And as you go over, it'll change the cost for the amount of armor pieces you have, and it'll add them to the tank and stuff. As you upgrade, it will just change the values until you reach the maximum. So I did set it up so that if you were to lose a piece of armor in like a tank fight, or if you were to like upgrade it and then pick up armor, that when you add the armor back, it will get the level that the armor you have currently is, and even the 2 out and bring that back up. So you never have like 1 piece of armor that isn't pulling its weight and isn't giving you the values, the resistance values that is saying it is. These are just mines. And again, the mines work the same as the turrets. They're not gonna damage their own tank. So the defensive and offensive abilities. There's the cactus, and see the cluster missile. Cactus just goes a bit wild. Should damage the armor. The radial damage isn't very wide, to be fair. But yes, that's that tank. So I'll just go through and show like all the deployables and different abilities and stuff of these. This one's took me a lot of work with the mortar, but it does finally work, and it does finally do damage, which was a big thing for a while. So I'll just go over here. So we've got some targets to shoot at that will actually die. probably not myself, which is pretty cool. There is a caveat with the mortar turrets, which is that you can only drop one at a time, just because of the possession. So like you can add loads, but you can only drop one at a time. So if you need to like shed weight, you can't really get rid of them. I think I might limit it so like that tank has less weight but can only take on 1 or 2 defensive abilities at a time, just to not like overload you. So the next turret is the heavy tank. I think I've shown you this one. We'll show you again anyway. So yeah, this is just a laser. Its buff is like a 4-shot, and it's the armor degrade turret. So you'll see slowly over time. I think this one affects everyone's armor as well. But yeah, it'll just erode like the armor pieces on a tank. Eventually, you do get score for it. Yeah, it doesn't affect self as much. It's not very powerful, but it's a good little thing to in a multiplayer zone if you wanted to choke someone out, or if you wanted to take the objective over here, then you just drop one of them, stop people getting in too close because their armor and stuff. So this is the cannon turret. Fires a slow little cannonball. Its buff gives you a little bounce. There's still some values to work out, but it was going way too high up in the air and then exploding like it is now, which wasn't hitting very much. And what does this drop? This drops the gun turret. I think I showed you that one. And that's the missile turret. So I haven't really got a lot to go over. I think that's about it, really. Can't really talk you through much else. No, yeah, that's it. Cool. Thanks for watching.